Fury is a 2014 American war film written and directed by David Ayer. The film follows a battle-hardened American tank crew as they navigate the painful and brutal reality of fighting in Nazi Germany in the final weeks of the European theater of World War II. Plot: in April of 1945, the Western Allied invasion of Germany is encountering fanatical resistance. Don "War Daddy" Collier, played by Brad Pitt, a battle-hardened first sergeant in the U.S. 2nd Armored Division, commands an M4 Sherman nicknamed Fury, fighting alongside his veteran crew, Gunner Boyd "Bible" Swan, played by Shia LaBeouf, loader Grady Kunas Travis, played by John Bernthal, driver Trini Gordo Garcia, played by Michael Pena, and assistant driver Bow Gunner Red, all of whom have been together since the North African campaign. Red is killed in a tank battle and replaced by Private First Class Norman Ellison, played by Logan Lerman, a young typist clerk from V Corps. As Fury moves deeper into Germany, the crew develops a disdain for Norman's combat inexperience and aversion to violence. While moving in a convoy, he spots but does not fire upon a group of concealed Hitler Youth child soldiers, who promptly ambush the tank column, killing the platoon leader and the lead tank crew with a Panzerfaust. Later, he hesitates under fire from anti-tank guns. After a battle, Don orders Norman to execute a captured German soldier. When he refuses, Don wrestles his revolver into Norman's hand and forces him to pull the trigger, killing the soldier and traumatizing Norman. After the platoon captures a small town, Don takes Norman to help search and clear an apartment, where they discover two German women, Irma, played by Anna Maria Marinka, and her younger cousin Emma, played by Alicia von Rittberg, in hiding. After Don gives them some supplies, the women begin preparing a hot meal and give Don hot water for a shave. As they begin to bond, Norman and Emma retreat to the bedroom and have sex, having been prompted to do so by Don. Later, as the four sit down to eat together, the rest of Fury's crew drunkenly barges in, harassing the women and bullying Norman. The crew's resentment towards Norman leads to a tense standoff with Don before they all are called away for an urgent mission. As they depart, German artillery strikes the town and kills Emma, causing Norman to suffer a mental breakdown. Tank crews occupying the town receive orders to hold a vital crossroads to protect the division's vulnerable rear lines. En route, a lone German Tiger I ambushes and wipes out the entire platoon before being defeated by Fury. Unable to notify his superiors because the radio has been damaged, Don decides that he and his crew must continue the mission alone. When they arrive at the crossroads, Fury is immobilized by a landmine. While the tank is being repaired, Don sends Norman to scout a nearby hill, where he spots a battalion of Waffen-SS marching towards Fury's position. He returns to inform the crew and they make plans to retreat, but ultimately stay to help Don hold the crossroads after he refuses to leave. The men disguise Fury to make it appear destroyed and then hide inside. While they wait to make their final stand, Norman is nicknamed Machine as the crew members finally express their acceptance of him. They then ambush the Germans, inflicting heavy casualties. As a vicious and protracted battle ensues, Grady is killed by a Panzerfaust shot that penetrates the turret. Gordo is shot while unpinning a grenade and falls back into the tank with it, subsequently sacrificing himself by covering it with his body as it explodes. And Bible is shot in the head by small arms fire. Don is then shot by a sniper and retreats into the tank. Out of ammunition and surrounded, Don tells Norman to escape through the floor hatch as the Germans drop grenades into the tank. Norman slips out just before they explode, and Don is killed. As he tries to conceal himself underneath the tank, Norman is spotted by a young Waffen-SS soldier, who does not alert the battalion and moves on. Waking up the next morning, Norman crawls back into the tank and mourns over Don's corpse before covering him with his jacket and taking his revolver. He is then rescued by a group of American soldiers and heralded as a hero. While he is driven away in an ambulance, he looks back at Fury's carcass as American troops continue their advance. About the film. The film was directed and written by David Ayer. While Fury is not directly based on a novel, book, or previous work, it draws inspiration from various accounts and stories of World War II tank crews and their experiences on the battlefield. The casting of Fury includes Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael Pena, John Bernthal, and Jason Isaacs. Fury, 2014, underwent an intensive filming process to capture the gritty realism of World War II combat. Real tanks were used on set, and the crew underwent training to handle them realistically. The production aimed for authenticity in portraying the conditions of warfare. The film's score was composed by Stephen Price. The soundtrack is notable for its somber and intense tones that complement the film's war-torn atmosphere. Fury was released on October 17, 2014. The movie was produced with a budget of around $68 million. It went on to gross over $211 million worldwide, making it a commercial success. The film received mixed to positive reviews from critics. While the intense action sequences and performances were praised, some critics found fault with the film's character development and narrative structure. Fury left a lasting impact as a realistic portrayal of the brutalities of war and the camaraderie among soldiers. Its portrayal of the tank crew's struggles and sacrifices resonated with audiences, contributing to its legacy as a notable war film. 10 interesting facts about Fury movie. 1. Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf underwent intensive boot camp training to realistically portray their roles. 2. The film features a genuine Tiger I tank, Tiger 131, from the UK's Bovington Tank Museum. It is only fully functioning Tiger I tank in the world. 3. Actor Logan Lerman's character, Norman, is loosely based on director David Ayer's own experiences as a tank crew member. 4. The cast engaged in team-building exercises, creating a strong camaraderie that translated on screen. 5. The film's title, Fury, is derived from the name of the tank in the movie, a Sherman M4A3E8. 6. Authentic uniforms and props were used to enhance the film's historical accuracy. 7. Stephen Price's score masterfully captured the tension and emotions of wartime scenarios. 8. Director David Ayer insisted on live firing during tank battle scenes for heightened realism. 9. The film's climactic battle scene was shot in a single take to maintain intensity. 10. The cut on Shia LaBeouf's face was real. He inflicted it himself each time it was necessary, to add another layer of realism to his performance.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos and don't forget to press like button and share.